Hey everyone, so I'm back with another video.
If you haven't seen part 1, make sure you guys watch it first and then come back.
So another great tip is to figure out your porosity level. Like I was telling you guys before, porosity is how well your hair is able to absorb and retain moisture. For example, I have low porosity hair. It takes a little bit of work to get my hair to open up and let moisture in. Once it's in, I'm pretty much set. Like that moisture will not escape. My hair will stay nice and moisturized for like a good week, which is awesome. Now, if you have high porosity hair, you may have to re-moisturize your hair a few times a week. But everyone's hair is different, so don't quote me on that. But for the most part, low porosity girls don't have to moisturize and seal as often as high porosity girls. But again, I have 2 videos on porosity. Definitely check them out. They're really helpful. So once you know your porosity level, then you can pretty much figure out how to moisturize and seal your hair. For example, low porosity girls tend to like the method LCO, which is liquid, cream, oil. And that's the way that you apply your products to your hair. So for example, I would apply maybe a leave-in to my hair, then I would apply a cream-based moisturizer, and then I'll seal it all in with an oil. And the other method is LOC, lock method, which you guys are probably pretty familiar with. Which is liquid, oil, cream. So it's very similar to the LCO method, just that the letters are kind of switched. Honestly, you have to try out both methods and see which one works for you. I just mentioned sealing your moisture in with oil. So a lot of people skip that step. A lot of new people, a lot of newbies who are new to the hair care world, they just think, okay, I'm just going to moisturize my hair and that's it. No, you need to seal it in with an oil. When I say seal it in, I mean moisturize your hair first with your cream, moisturizer, whatever, and then you go ahead and apply an oil on top of that. There's lots of different oils. There's castor oil, olive oil, coconut, grapeseed, avocado. There's so many oils. So again, once you find out your porosity level, then you can go ahead, research which oils are good for, low porosity, high porosity, whatever. But always seal in the moisture in your hair. So the reason why we put a oil on top of the moisturizer is that the oil creates like a barrier so that the moisture in your hair doesn't escape. Without the oil, the moisture will escape. So in a sense, oil is like a bottle cap for your bottle. If you don't have a bottle cap on your water bottle, and your water bottle falls over, everything's going to spill out, right? But if you have a cap on it, and a water bottle falls over, the water can't come out. So just think of it like that. Another really good tip that I probably should have mentioned at the beginning is to be consistent. Just like almost everything in life, you need to be consistent. You need to be patient. Patience and consistency is key with your hair care, anything in life. You have to be patient and you have to be consistent. You can't see results in a day. You may not see it in 2 weeks. But by a month or so, you definitely should start seeing changes. Your hair should be, softer. Your hair will be growing and, stuff like that. So you got to be consistent. You got to be keeping up with moisturizing, sealing, keeping up with conditioning, deep conditioning, just taking care of your hair in general in order to see results. And when you don't see results, don't give up. You got to keep going. Eventually, you will see results. Another really good tip is to take pictures. When I first started my hair journey, I took pictures of everything, of my length, the thickness, maybe even write down what products you're using, how it made your hair feel. Document your journey. So you can always go back and look at your journal, your diary, and see the progress you've made, any changes. Also, when you take pictures, you can use it as a timeline or as a guide to see how far you've come. For example, I started my hair journey back in 2010. And when I started, I was relaxed. I had relaxed hair. It's about, I think it was about armpit length or so. And I grew it to almost about waist length. And then I transitioned to natural. Now I'm fully natural. I've been taking pictures for almost 7 years. So I have a lot of photos. I can see clearly how far I've come, the changes I've made, what products I was using, what products didn't work, and stuff like that. And you guys can see it too because it's here on YouTube. It's a really good idea to document your journey because a lot of us think my hair isn't growing. But honestly, if you take last month's picture and this month's picture and put it side by side, there should be a difference in the length of your hair, maybe the thickness or whatever, if you're being consistent with your hair. So another tip for me, which I know a lot of people kind of get upset when I talk about it, but honestly, Personally, I know a lot of people do agree with me and some don't. I seriously don't focus so much on the way the hair grows out of your head. So for example, hair typing, curl pattern, don't focus so much on that. The way your hair grows out of your head honestly isn't that important. What's important is how your hair behaves when you put a certain product on it, how well it absorbs and retains moisture. The way your hair grows out of your head isn't going to tell you which products to use, but it will help you when it comes to styling. For example, I have really kinky hair. If I were to mimic or copy a style like someone with a looser curl pattern, the style would not come out the same because we have two completely different hair types. My hair shrinks to nothing, as you guys can see, and hers hangs all the way down to her waist. We have the same length, but you can't see it because we have different curl patterns. But we can use the exact same products because we both have low porosity hair. You see what I'm saying? We both can use the exact same products because our hair absorbs product and retains moisture the exact same. We can do the same style as each other, but it won't come out the same because our hair types are completely different. Now, for example, let's say I had a twin sister. We have the same hair type. I have low porosity hair. She has high porosity hair. We can't use the same hair products because her hair absorbs moisture differently than mine, but we can do the same hairstyle because we have the same exact hair type. Hopefully that's making some sense on why I believe hair typing isn't that important, only when it comes to styles. So when I'm looking for, let's say, a style like this, twist out in the back and two space buns in the front, I would look at, let's say, kinky hair tutorials just to get an idea of how my twist out would look or something. But when it comes to hair products, I look at girls who have low porosity hair to find out which products I could use on my hair because I have low porosity hair. And finally, if you are completely lost, you're struggling, none of what I just said makes any sense to you, then I would definitely seek professional help. I'm not a professional, I'm not a hairstylist. I'm just sharing my journey with you guys. I've been documenting it from 2010. I do research and I share whatever I learn with you guys. But if you do have questions that you would like me or anyone who's watching this video to answer, definitely leave that down below. I get questions all the time, but honestly, I cannot get back to all of you because I get questions on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, email, everywhere. I get questions all over and I honestly cannot get back to everyone. I try my best to get back to most of you, but I can't keep up. So if you do have a question, leave it down below. Whatever question it is, you can send 1,000 questions, leave them all down below. Myself and or someone who's watching this video will definitely answer your question. Hopefully this video was really helpful and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.